Move over, Rick and Morty. There's a new adult animated comedy in town, and it's called Solar Opposites, for some reason. Welcome back to Roundtable, I'm Nemo, and guys, Solar Opposites is a show that's been floating around for quite some time, no pun intended. It was officially announced as another project Justin Roiland was working on, another TV show aside from Rick and Morty. Literally nothing was known about it besides like a thumbnail concept and this one image of the characters. And to be honest, I kind of forgot about this show, it sort of left my radar. But now, 5 years later, we finally have some concrete information on this mysterious Justin Roiland cartoon, thanks to San Diego Comic-Con 2019, where they even had their own panel. So let's break down everything we know so far about Solar Opposites. First of all, it's important to note that this is going to be a Hulu animated show, which makes sense. Hulu is currently the streaming home of Rick and Morty, so I guess they just all work together. And this show's already greenlit for 2 seasons, which is kind of crazy because it's not even out yet. That's a lot of faith. Now, if you thought this show looked or sounded like a cheesy sitcom, it basically is concept-wise. It's about a family of aliens whose planet was destroyed by an asteroid, and they crash land on Earth, literally buying the house they crash into and starting a new life. Half of this functional alien family embraces Earth and its new ways, while the other half resents and hates it. Justin Roiland voices 2 of the main characters, no shocker there, Terry and Corvo, so one of the negative ones and one of the positive ones. Then you have our boy Sean Giambrone, I hope that's how you say his name, is probably not, playing the character Yumulak, who on his home planet was about to become a deadly bounty hunter, but on Earth is just a kid and is forced to go to school. Sean has a lot of great acting achievements under his belt for his age. If you're talking cartoons, he played Jeff on Clarence for quite some time, and he was the main character in the Goldbergs. Like, this kid's great. Then you have comedian Mary Mack playing the character Jessie, who is sort of like the hopeful little girl type character with like a dark edge. Though it's important to note that they've said many times that these characters do not have genders. These aliens are genderless. They kind of just decide what gender they want to have. It's progressive, I like it. This actually ties in with the weird way they procreate, which is something they mentioned a lot throughout these interviews. This alien race does not have sex. They just cut off a piece of their body, bury it in special soil, and a kid comes out. Lovely. And then finally, there's this thing called a pupae, which is like this weird slug, who apparently holds all of the information of their kind. They just can't access it, which I think is hilarious. This already sounds like a pretty good cast and a pretty good concept for a TV show, and with Justin Roiland behind it, it's going to be definitely weird, so it has that going for it, but it seems like he has a really good grasp of the characters. In an interview, Justin Roiland said, "They found Earth and they're kind of very childlike. They're very smart, but they're very childlike in their culture. They're naive. They don't know what right and wrong is. They don't understand that murdering is bad. I would not want to live in the same town as these aliens. They have the best of intentions, but they wreak absolute havoc on this town." But that goes hand in hand with what Justin said in other interviews, that Solar Opposites is an immigrant story, just told through the weird lens of Justin Roiland's twisted psyche. This show has been in development for a long time. Justin began creating the series with co-creator Mike McCann after season 2 of Rick and Morty wrapped. That's a long time to make a TV show, and it's not even premiering until 2020. They talked a little bit about how the series is going to run as well. Because all episodes drop at once, they're going to write them in that way. There might be some serialized elements and some one-off stuff, but it's written and made to be viewed in this new binging format that's taken over. I think that's really smart to just steer into it as opposed to trying to fight that wave, because that's the direction television is going in. And it's cool that we see more and more shows that sort of aim to do this. They actually even released a clip at San Diego Comic-Con, although I cannot find any footage of it, unfortunately. I'm taking a direct quote from Sci-Fi Wire just because I have not seen this clip and they have, so I'm just gonna read what they said. According to them, they also showed off an animatic clip involving 2 of the aliens getting hooked on a TV show and then meeting the stars at the local mall. And of course, they think everything is real. When disappointed by their fakeness, they decide to make their favorite animated characters real with a terrible technology, and yes, it was hilarious. That does sound hilarious, and pretty much how I'd expect an episode to play out. One thing we will not see in this show, though, is people freaking out. According to the creators, people won't be weirded out by the aliens. They'll just kind of be like, oh, look, an alien. According to Justin, there'll be no elf scenarios, which is actually a really poignant way of putting it. The show's also going to be having some pretty exciting voice cameos, like Tiffany Haddish doing the ship's AI. Justin said when they were creating the concept for the show, they just wanted to write a television show using all the jokes that made them laugh, without thinking about it or taking it too seriously. And if that's the case, then I think we got a pretty good show coming along. It might not be as big as Rick and Morty, but they're definitely putting their heart and soul into it, and if you're a fan of Justin's work, then you will most likely be a fan of this. I mean, look at these images that came out. It's already very Justin Roiland in the concept alone, the voice acting, and the art, and it's great to see Justin diversifying his work other than Rick and Morty, and same with Dan Harmon. Even the voice cast is really good. So overall, I'm excited for Solar Opposites. I guess we're just gonna have to wait until 2020 when it comes out. I know that seems like a long wait, but Rick and Morty season 4 is coming out, so it'll be easy. But regardless, I want to know what you guys think about all of this. Did you hear about Solar Opposites? Do you know about it? Do you not? Let us know in those comments down below, or tweet to us at Roundtable Vids, or me at @StretchRNemo. If you want to consider helping out the Roundtable, you can support us on Patreon or become a member of the channel and get exclusive access to scripts and avatars. As always, if you enjoyed this video, make sure you like, share it, and subscribe to the Roundtable for more incredible cartoon content, guys. I'm Nemo. This is a cartoon news video, and I'll see you next time. Peace.